Alright, welcome to Mr. Knuckles Guitar Lessons. This is going to be lesson number 5 in the video series, and it's Wheat Kings by Tragically Hip. For those of you who don't know Tragically Hip, because you're not from Canada, do yourself a favor and go listen to some hip. You will not be disappointed. Tragically Hip is one of the better bands. Unfortunately, we lost a singer a couple years ago, and that was heartbreaking for our country. If you've not heard of them before, do yourself a favor and go listen to some hip. So unfortunately for this lesson, I've had to do a cover of the song. I know that's not ideal, and I assure you I'd much rather play along with the actual recording. If I play along with the recording, then the copyright cops will get me and this video could be blocked. So I've made a cover of it. If you play along with my cover, then you'll be able to play along with the song. This is an in-depth lesson for this song. If you'd rather go to a very abbreviated lesson, just go up to this link up here. Check the timestamp if you want to skip to another part of the lesson. It's all there for you. Okay, in this lesson, we're going to have, first of all, an introduction to the C chord. I'm also going to show you one specific way to play a G chord, which works well when you're going from C to G, which is what this song is all about. I have a few notes on a strumming pattern. I've also done a tutorial on how to play the lead in the introduction to the song. There will be a play along with the chords called. I will also do another play along with no chords called. If you need it, there's an acoustic tune along if you need to tune your guitar or just spruce it up a little bit. Okay, the C chord. First of all, have a look at the diagram. First finger goes on the second string at the first fret. You're going to take your middle finger and it's going to go on the fourth string at the second fret. And then your ring finger goes on the fifth string, second from the top, on the third fret. It's a bit of a stretch compared to some of the other chords that we've been doing up until this point. It's a little bit of a stretch, and so it could be a tough chord to get used to. You really got to curl this finger over the first string, tuck it right down against your palm pretty much. By the way, you're not playing the top string, so you can mute it out with the tip of this finger if you can. You could reach over with your thumb and mute it out. Either way, it needs to be muted out or at least not played. So you can try and strum 5 of the 6 strings, but you know that's going to be difficult. So I would say try and mute it out. The G chord that you want to use in this song is this one. I've showed this to you before, but my guess is a lot of you have avoided it because it's kind of tough to do. You really have to tuck this finger right in against your palm and get it on the bottom string. From there, your ring finger goes to the top string and your middle finger goes to the fifth string at the second fret. It's the same chord if you play it like that, and it's pretty much the same chord if you play it like this. Alright, you can hear the difference. But the reason I suggest this G chord for this song is because you're going to be going from G to C over and over and over again in this song. If I go from this G to C, you can see all the movement. It's a tough transition. If you go from this G to the C, watch how little movement there is. G, C, G, C, alright? And so, to play this G, not only for this song, but anytime you're going from a G to a C regularly in a song, it's good to have this G in your arsenal because I guarantee it becomes a much easier transition than going from either of the other 2 G chords to C, or vice versa. Okay, a strumming pattern for this song. It's kind of intricate actually. You don't have to use it because you can just play a regular strumming pattern, any that you want, and it'll sound fine. But if you actually want to play the same strumming pattern as on the recording, it goes like this. Down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, down. Okay, and that's pretty much the whole song, other than a D comes in every once in a while, and I'll call that out to you on the first play along with the chords. Here's the timing. 1 on the G, 4 on the C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. And notice for the 8 count, the count of 8, I'm taking my fingers off the C and playing it open to allow a bit of time to get to the G, right? C, open, G, C, open, G. Again, that's pretty much the whole entire song, other than it goes to a D. We know D. If you're following the series, you should be familiar with a D chord, and that's all you need, G, C, and D. It's a great example of how beautiful a song can be with 3 simple chords. Okay, I'm going to call the chords out exactly when they occur so that you can get the timing down. All right, so here we go. G, C, 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 and I'm going to let you go on your own now for a while. C, G, C. There you go.
We kings have all their treasures buried, and all you hear are the rusty breezes pushing around the weather vane.
You should be on G, C, G, C, on your own again.
In a Zippo lighter, he sees the killer's face. Maybe it's someone standing in a killer's place. 20 years for nothing, well, that's nothing new inside.
G,
No
C,
one's interested in
G,
something you
C. Now you're going to go to D right here. D. And back to G, C. G, C. G, C. Back to D again, right here. D.
Let's just see.
And back to G, C. G, C. And you're on your own. G, C.
There's a dream he dreams where the high school's dead and stark. It's a museum and we're all locked up in it after dark.
G,
Where the walls
C.
are lined all yellow, gray, and
C.
sinister. Hung with pictures of our
Okay,
parents.
a D's coming up right here. D. And back to G, C. G, C. G, C. Another D right here. D.
Let's just see.
Back to G, C. G, C. G, C. And you're on your own.
Late breaking story on the CBC. A nation whispers we always knew that we go free. They act you can't be fond of living in the past. 'Cause if you are, then
Okay, get ready for a D. It's coming right up. Here it is. D. And back to G, C.
pretty things.
Back to D right here. D.
Let's just see what
G, C. G, C. Back to D. And then just go to C right here. C. Okay, we're going to alternate between C and D. C, D, C, D. Keep doing that. C, D. Keep going. Okay, right here we're going to end it by going C, D, G. Okay, the acoustic guitar lead in the introduction sounds like this. lot of hammer-ons and pull-offs there. Quite a bit of technique. So you probably want to be a developing guitarist to play this. But I'm going to try and take you through it note for note. I'm not really smooth at doing this. If you want a really smooth guy, go see Shut Up and Play. I don't think he's done a Wheat Kings video, but man, if you want note for note perfection, go see that guy. There's a whole bunch of other people on YouTube that are great, but this guy is like the best. And he's a great Canadian boy too, and he likes his hip, so there you go. I'm going to break it down into several sections and go through each of them note by note, and then we'll put it all together at the end. First section goes... That's it. B1, pull off to open, down to G2, and then open G. Okay? The next section sounds like this. I'm going to break that down into several parts. So the first part is just pull off from B1 to open and then play the open B again. Now we're going to go down to the G, starting on G2, pull off to open, down to open D and hammer on to the second, back up to the G, open G, played twice, and then D2, pull off to open, and then play it open again. All right? I'm going to break it down into little tiny parts for you, and we'll go through each section note by note. The first section sounds like this. B1, pull off to open B, then go down to G2, and then play G open. Next part. Okay, that's a big section, but it all comes in a row, so I'm going to call it one section, but I'll break it into parts for you. So the first part is, right, so same pull off, B1 to open, and then play the open B again, right, 3 notes. Second part of this is, so G2, pull off to open, and then hammer on D open to D2, back up to G open for 2 notes, back down to D, start on D2, pull off to open, and then play the open again, right? Next part is just a quick little part. All on the B string, B1, B open, back to B1, slide up to B3. All right? That's it. Next part. So all on B3 and B5. Start on B5 and pull off to B3. So play the B3 again 2 times. Back up to B5 and back to B3. Next section. It's going to be a little bar between the E and B strings with your first finger. You're going to start on E3 down to B3. Then, and so E3, B3, B5, pull off to B3 and back, and 2 more, right? 2 more on the B3. And then a couple of ghosted notes in here, and then down to B1, open B, and back to B1 for a slide up to B3. The last little part is B1, pull off to open, play the open again, and then G2, pull off, and play the open again. Right? The whole thing.
Sundown in the Paris of the prairies, wheat kings have all their treasures buried, and all you hear are the rusty breezes pushing around the weather vane Jesus. Zippo lighter, he sees the killer's face. Maybe it's someone standing in a killer's place. 20 years for nothing, well that's nothing new besides. No one's interested in something you didn't do. We kings and pretty things, let's just see what the morning brings. There's a dreamy dreams where the high school's didn't start. It's a museum and we're all locked up in it after dark, where the walls are lined all yellow, gray and sinister, hung with pictures of our parents' prime ministers. We kings and pretty things, let's just see the morning brings. Late breaking story on the CBC. A nation whispers we always knew that we go free. They act you can't be fond of living in the past. 'Cause if you are, then there's no way that you're gonna last. We kings and pretty things, let's just see what tomorrow brings. We kings and pretty things, that's what tomorrow brings.
If you need to tune along with me, here are the strings. Top string, okay, next string down, the fifth, the A string, next string down, the fourth string, or the D, next the third, or the G string, second from the bottom, this is the B string, and the bottom string, the first, the high E. There you go. That's probably not going to be perfect unless you have a really good ear, but it'll be close enough for you.